I'll touch on three challenges I've observed. There will come a moment when there is a crisis. Not frequently, but it will occasionally come. And when that moment comes, there is no distinction in the legal and fiduciary duties between an executive and non-executive. There is a difference between the expectations. An executive, it's your day job, you're there the whole time. So actually there will be a moment when there's a crisis, you're just non-exec, but you sort of have to drop everything and go all in. So you just need to understand, I've taken this thing on, smooth sailing the whole time, but actually when there's a crisis, you need to step up and be counted, you need to go all in, you need to do the 2 o'clock in the morning conference calls, whatever it takes. One of the challenges is you think you've committed this, which you have on average, but that average has a very spiky distribution. There'll be days or weeks when it's all encompassing. I think for me, the other bit, I see two defects. One defect is where the board doesn't really know what it's there for. And it sounds silly, but actually if you just go and ask the basic question, what is the function of this board? And it's slightly different for a public company board, a charity board, a government advisory board. What the hell do they do? You're not the Secretary of State. You've got, all of these things have difference. And actually, if you've not sat down and been crystal clear about what we're here for, you've got a problem. Charities are fascinating. I have personally very strong views on what charity boards are for, and they're very different from what you'd believe if you read the Charity Commission's guidance on what boards are for, which sometimes, doesn't really matter, but be crisp. The single biggest challenge as you consider this is how are you going to add value? Because you don't add value in a non-executive role the same way you add value in an executive role. Sometimes it's the critical friend, sometimes it's just by leaning in and becoming a mentor for one of the executives, sometimes it's by, you guys just need a bit of networking or a crisis or whatever. There are different ways, but actually I sometimes sit and watch non-executives or trustees who don't really know what they're there for and don't really know how to value, and worst case, you've come all this way, you've read all these papers, you sat there for 2 hours and you didn't say a word, you've added zero value.